Today I'm going to explain in a video about how patience can give you an amazing sense of inspiration. Often as a coach or guide or therapist, when people are having struggles, they look to you for maybe the answers. But they have the answers within themselves, and this is an example of how a lady demonstrated something that she did that I learned from, and I think we'll both benefit. It's about sharing the space that you create to heal. Who's the teacher and who's the student? Really, well, it's a matter of semantics. When two people or a group of people are working together for a common aim, everybody gains. Maybe not all at the same rate and at the same time, but when I work with patients, the primary aim, I suppose, is to help the patient out of their pain. But through that process, you can always learn something that you can apply yourself, and it amplifies something you might already be doing, or it shows you the importance of it. And this is a video just explaining how a lady who always kept any self-care away from her children. It was something that she had to do on her own. It was her moment in space that she really struggled to get. So when she found that space, she was very protective of it in a frustrated way. I really don't get this time much, and this is my time. And I suggested to her that she share it and soften the edges of that. So yes, she has to create boundaries to breathe, or whatever the thing was that we were suggesting might be helpful to break the pattern for her. And she had two young children, and that comes with demands. And if you've ever had been around young children, they obviously want your attention, and that's natural. But sometimes, even with their demands, you still have to find space for yourself. So creating that space, but demonstrating to them that it's okay for you to have the space of calmness in their presence is a really valuable lesson, because you're demonstrating to them how to attend to yourself in the presence of noise, in the presence of other stuff going on, in the presence of cues where people will just react and give in to the boundary they've set themselves to go and attend to someone else. And it isn't easy, but this lady used the breathing technique that we've discussed just to go and find some space for herself, and maybe did a yoga position, and it was her space in the bedroom or in a quiet room where she'd normally go. And if one of the children would come in, she might stop the exercise and say, oh well, I'll do it later, and oh, that was my time, or whatever. Like, we get interrupted always. I feel a bit frustrated with that and think, oh, I'll do it later, and then stop. Well, what she did, she was doing the breathing exercise, and it was maybe a busy time in the morning or late afternoon or whatever it was when the kids were around, and she was going through the breathing exercise and really feeling the benefit of that calm moment for herself. And the daughter came in, and rather than stopping or doing the old behaviour, she stayed with the breathing. And the daughter just observed her. I think the daughter's about 8. Observed her, and might normally have come in and said, Mammy, can you just do this, can you do the other, and can you help me? And but just observed her, and then she slowly walked over to her as a mum stayed in that space, and she just rested her head on her shoulder. I mean, it's absolutely magical that she shared the space with a mum, and the mum shared the space with the daughter. Those are the memories as a parent that you'll hold on to long after you're separated by space, distance and time. It's actually demonstrating to the child it's okay to sit and allow yourself to be calm in the presence of others who may be demanding of you. And that might be the best lesson she teaches her daughter. I know it's the best lesson I've attempted to teach my children. For lots of years they've just seen a really busy man and a really busy mum, and yeah, maybe that comes with lots of fun and busyness and stuff, and that's okay, but it's alright to slow down It's okay, just have a rest from that. And especially if there's pain in someone's life, it's really important that those boundaries are set, respected, acknowledged by other people, but you're allowed to share them. You're allowed to share them. You're allowed to do them together. And what you often find is when you set those boundaries that people might resist because it looks strange that you're doing this new thing, they'll soften. They might resist initially, but if you stay consistent, you stay firm and committed to the intention that it's right that you attend to yourself in this way, they will follow. And you might teach them the best lesson they could ever possibly learn.